Hello, my name is Jeremiah, and today I'm going to be reading to you the Bible from the Gospel of Matthew, and I'm going to be reading to you Matthew chapter 21, verses 14 through 17, Matthew chapter 8, verses 18 through 20, and Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 4. I'm going to begin with Matthew chapter 17, verses 14, where a father brings Jesus his demon-possessed son, saying that the disciples could not cast him out. And it begins with this. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him, and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed, for oft times he falleth into the fire, and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Jesus answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. And then came the disciples to Jesus apart, and said, Why cannot we cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. Now, people typically look at fasting as just abstaining from food and abstaining from drink, but it's much more than that. It's specifically bread, which is why I'm going to head over to Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 4, where Jesus specifically uses that word. Then was Jesus led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, he afterward hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Now, what exactly is bread? Bread is material and people. And there's nothing wrong with material and people. There's nothing wrong with playing games and playing sports and playing Monopoly and checkers and chess. There's nothing wrong with family and friends and working and having children and a husband and wife. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But when we have sin in our lives, these things tend to be in the way. And it's kind of like how what the apostles were going through. They were trying to cast out a particular demon, and they couldn't cast them out. And Jesus said it can only be done through much fasting and prayer. And fasting, like I said, it's not just sustaining from food and sustaining from drink, but also is sustaining from people, from friends, from games, from a whole lot of other stuff. You sometimes have to really separate yourself from what is in your way of Jesus Christ.